Okay, I think we're live. I think we are. Oh, whoa! Gotta get in the. Okay, I think I did it. Everything's reversed, so I get confused. Um, hey, good to see you again. So I have this weekend off, so I am just playing games. So I'm glad to be doing that. The chat's current. Gosh dang it, it's reversed. The chat's talking about Baldur's Gate 3 right now. Uh, my buddy Barry is on this, and yeah, you're an actor. Hit your mark. Actor, missing tooth. Still have the missing tooth. In case you don't know this, it's an old sports injury. But yeah, I have a little thing to put in until I get my implant back, but it makes me lisp even more than without a tooth. So they're talking about Baldur's Gate 3. Barry, who was in my original D&D group in 1995, we're playing it with our other rest of the D&D group scattered around the country, and we just fought Orin, and between Barry and I, we killed them within the first round, which is pretty exciting. So that's what we did today. But now we're doing this. I'm very excited about this. This is Call of Cthulhu. Chat, I'm using my newer software, so let me know if you can hear me okay. This is Call of Cthulhu, Alone Against the Flames. This is a series that they've done, and I've heard great things about Alone Against the Frost. But this is the... Yep, there we go. This is this beginner module, and it also teaches you... It's very smart, actually. It's a solo adventure game book set up to teach you the rules of Call of Cthulhu 7th edition. I have my book somewhere. Yeah, display snappy. I think there is a bit of a lag with my display. Oh, well. You're here for my voice. But the... yeah, I think it's I got a lot of bells and whistles for me today, so yeah, it's probably making my computer angry. So what this is just Call of Cthulhu introductory to 7th edition, and it kind of teaches you the rules along the way. I already know the rules, so I don't think we need to know a lot of them to do this, so I'm just gonna like pretty quickly just go through it when we get to them. But and what's kind of fun is we're going to build our character as we progress through the game. I literally read the first 5 prompts of this. I don't know where it's going. I have no idea. So I'm about ready to get going. This is going to end badly for us all. Yeah, which is great. I'm excited about that. Yeah, let's go. Hopefully my video won't lag as much. I can check what setting it is on, and maybe in the future I won't have it as strong of a setting. But I do have a lot of things working in the background right now. First, let me have some Waterloo. Man, with the light, just I can't hit my mark today. I made a mildly disparaging comment in my last session of my Poe game book about Waterloo, but it was the guava berry. I wasn't a fan. I like lime. All right, here we go. Get that sponsorship. Got to get that Waterloo sponsorship. I do like soda water, and I like Waterloo. Okay, so let's just go. I don't even know how many people are on. 3. Great. So we've got Morgan, who's been like my go-to. Morgan is the only one on here. I don't know. She's just a fan of my channel from my shorts. That's how I got most of my subscribers. Barry was in my original D&D group, and Mike is in my current D&D group, which we were playing Monday. We're level 11? Okay, let's see here. Bells and whistles, bells and whistles. All right, let's move in the beginning. Ooh, and hopefully you guys can hear the background music too. I got some new music for this episode as well. Yeah, I can hear it. Okay, great. All right, so let's just start with 1 and do it. All right. The sun is high in the sky, a merciless ball of heat. You feel scorched by the time you reach the bus halt in front of Osborne's drugstore. It's a relief to put down your heavy cases and take off your hat for a moment. You fan your face. It has been a long summer here in your hometown, and yet a curiously empty one. You look across the street at the grubby butcher's shop, the grocer's with its faded awning and the shabby tobacconist. Ooh, I like that word. Mistrustful faces glare at you as they pass, eyeing your clothes and luggage. It was your parents' choice to live here, not yours. You were happy down south as a child, among Providence's white-walled houses and leafy churchyards. Perhaps this new job in Arkham will supply the change you need. Doubtful. Yet, everybody you know in the world lives here. You know nobody in Arkham, not one soul. Yet you ask yourself one last time if you are doing the right thing. The answer is here. None of your supposed friends have come to see you off. You are alone. Whatever challenges lie in Arkham, it will be a new life, and a brave one. A small gray motor coach approaches and rattles to a stop. You put your hat on and pick up your cases. All right, and it's hyperlinked. Yay! Two young men with sullen expressions alight from the coach. One looks you up and down before heading away. The driver also steps down, glancing at you before crossing the road to visit the tobacconist. When he returns, he's rolling a cigarette between his yellowed fingers. He gives it a final twist and examines you as he reaches for his matchbox. He's a thin man in his 50s, dressed in a stained shirt with the bus company emblem, yet his eyes are sharp in their dark sockets. Where to? You show him your ticket to Ossipee? Ossipee. Great, off to a great start. Me and proper nouns, here we go. Taking the robe off for the first time. It's warm in here. You show him your ticket for Ossipee. From there, you will connect to Rochester and Portsmouth, before the coastal line to Newburyport, and finally Arkham. You should be able to afford, go to the top, a rail ticket for at least some of the way. Otherwise, this will be the first of many long bus trips. The driver scratches the match and lights his cigarette. The end flares as he takes a draw. Then he exhales and gestures to the back of the coach. Luggage racks up there. Look at your investigator sheet. At the top, you have a space for 8 characteristics: strength, constitution, power, dexterity, appearance, size, intelligence, and education. Allocate the following. This will be very quickly. So what's a little bit different if you've never played Call of Cthulhu is you want to roll low. So you want to, it's kind of like second edition D&D. You want to roll below what your stats are. So, and you roll a percentile die. So we are all going to decide where our stats are going to go. There. So I wrote them all down. And let's switch over to our character sheet and let's get building our character. Let's see here. Where are we doing that? We'll do that over here. Sheet. Hopefully you guys can see it okay. It's a little... there it is. It's right there in the middle. It's a little tight on the screen here, but I did my best. So for this character sheet, we have strength, con, dex, intelligence, size, power, and education. Which of those do we want to be our highest? So I guess the question is, what are we leaning? Are we leaning more towards intellectual, physical, brawn? Like what is our background that we're feeling here? And I'm happy for anyone just to start throwing out ideas. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, what's Morgan saying here? Okay, good. Yeah, so you want to lean intellect, Morgan? That's where Morgan's going. Yeah, display's a bit laggy. That makes sense. Con, intellect, education, or power are your preferences. Okay, power ends up ultimately turning into like your magic abilities. Or magic's maybe the wrong word, but so it looks like we're leaning in towards kind of a like a librarian historian type or something like that, with a little bit of con at least. So what's let's see what we got here. So which one do we want to be our biggest? What are we feeling here? We've got yeah, I can move this here so I can see you guys, what you guys are writing better. Oof. I'm not familiar with the system. It doesn't matter. Who cares? I mean, this is to teach us the system, so it doesn't matter. Giles from Buffy. You know, honestly, I never really watched much of Buffy, but was Giles the teacher guy with the glasses? Was that Giles? Academic from Miskatonic University. I don't think we can be from Miskatonic. I think we're new to the Miskatonic. It sounds like we're not new here, but we can be an academic. I'm fine with intellect. Giles was the librarian. Yeah, that guy. Okay, cool. So let's just go with intellect. Okay, so you will see here, when I insert it on the character sheet here, we'll put the 80 in intellect, so we're going to be mostly smart. It's going to populate with some other numbers. So if we want to just roll a normal roll, like if we need to make an intelligence check, we would want to roll 80 or below. If it was hard, we'd want to roll 40 or below. If it was extremely difficult, we'd have to roll 16 or below. So that's what that means. So there's our 80 right there. So that is our largest attribute. So what are we feeling for? Then we have a 70, which is our second highest, and then two 60s. So the question is, Matthew Barry was thinking con, intellect, education, or power. So which one of those remaining four do we want to be our strongest, and then the other two will be tied. So, and again, I know you guys were just kind of going into this willy-nilly, but we con for insanity buff. Sure, I don't care. First one said it. Con, great, let's do it. So con, 70. And then we've got, we're going to move on to, and then the other two were education and power. Okay, and those are 60. All right, so we're almost education and power. Okay, and then, so now that leads us for, power for the magic pew-pews. So now we've got 3 50s. So the question is, of our remaining stats, strength, dex, size, and appearance, what do we want to be the lowest? Barry says, okay, dumping education lower since we already have high intelligence. Exactly. We don't need that university stuff. So which one of those do we want to be lowest? Barry says size. How do y'all feel about that? We're just like a little, not a very big dude. Academic, so whatever, appearance or size. It looks like, I think just the chat seems to be saying size. So let's put size. So size will be our 40. So we're not going to be scaring people or knocking down doors, I guess. And then everything else is 50, and then we will move on to the chat. I promise it's not going to be just filling out this sheet. Okay, there we go. So we have 12 magic points and 11 hit points. I don't know if we'll use those or not. All right, back to the book, and let's get rocking. Move you guys. Okay. When we've done that, move to 8. Skadoink. The driver smokes and watches as you drag your cases to the back of the motor coach. Size is our first check. The driver smokes and watches as you drag your cases to the back of the motor coach. The rack is set inconveniently high on the vehicle. You get a grip on the heavier case. If your size is 40... I love it. Okay, great. Go to 23. Oh, we don't even roll. We just fail. We just can't even reach. Okay. Our size is 40. Yeah, that's funny. You struggle for a few seconds before the driver comes up beside you and lends you a hand, still puffing on his cigarette. Heavy bags for a small one, he remarks. You judge it best to respond with a simple thanks. Okay. I'm fine with that. All right. The driver flicks his cigarette into the gutter and steps into the motor coach. Its engine coughs into life. You board, grateful that you will be the only passenger for the initial part of the trip, at least. With mixed emotions, you watch from the window as the tired avenues of your old home slip behind you, receding into the distance. For a few minutes, you can still see the church spire over the brow of a low hill. Then the road dips, and it, too, is gone. Arkham is your new home. You will travel there and make a new start. All right, so we're just filling out some more things here. You will see 2 smaller boxes to the right of each characteristic value. Yeah. Okay, that's just saying what this sheet already did automatically by populating it. Who cares? In the strip below, you will see tracks that record sanity. Oh yeah, we haven't done that yet. And power. Beginning sanity is equal to your power. So 60? Hang on. You will see tracks that record sanity and magic points. Beginning sanity is equal to your original power. Okay, so 60. I'll take that. That doesn't sound too bad, right? And then it says, and beginning magic points are the same as the value, which we already got that, which was a 12. Mark those on the tracks. We did. And let's get going. That's why I got this self-populating sheet, because I knew this would just be faster. Where did we go? Yeah, I guess we went to 134. The coach putters through the countryside. At first, the interior is stifling and your stomach lurches with every bend in the road. However, the driver opens his window, and by switching seats, you find a spot where the breeze hits your face. You soon relax into the journey, observing the quaint little hamlets that the coach serves. A heavy-set woman boards at one settlement and gives you a polite nod. She gets off at the next one. The road rises a little, passing cornfields and orchards. The leaves are turning and the trees are alive with glorious reds and golds. You have just begun to doze when the driver takes a tight bend at speed. Uh-oh. Okay, add size and con together. We're doing some other things. This is your starting value for hit points. We already got it. Check. Awesome. You also have a luck score. Do we have luck? No, we don't. You also have a luck score. Roll 3 6-sided dice. Okay. Multiply that by 5 to get our beginning luck score. All right, so let's do a little dice roll. I believe the dice is on our character sheet page. Oh, I gotta roll 3d6. Okay. Let's see here. I think you guys should be able to see the dice. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, I rolled 16. That's pretty good. We got a lot of luck. We ain't got size, but we got luck. Okay, so we've got, who wants to do 16 times 5 for me real quick? What is that, 30, 80? Is that what that is? That's what my brain tells me, but my brain is, my brain. Oh, okay, great, 80. So let's take, okay, so we're pretty darn sane and we're pretty darn lucky. We're probably going to need both of those things. I love how, Mike has 80 question mark and Barry just has 80. That's just kind of funny to me because that's Barry. Let's see here. So, okay, great. Let's just keep cruising back to the book. Back to the book. So we've got 80. Oh, we got to make a roll. Looks like now you must make your roll against your dex. Ugh, this isn't good. I guess because we took this hard turn. So again, it's kind of teaching us at the moment before we jump into the story. But it's also telling you guys kind of how this is going to work. Also, coming up in the thing that I'm going to start tomorrow evening, the hope is we got Morgan says you guys are math wizards. My hope is that I'll have the chat. My next game will have 4 different characters, and the chat will actually be rolling the dice for me for the 4 characters. That's my dream. I mean, my dream is there'll be a lot of people on this, and then there'll be too many people, and you'd have to watch me roll. But nonetheless, I digress. Let's make a dex check. So let's go back to our character sheet. This is because we took this hard turn. And we want to roll, so our dex is 50. So we want to roll 50 or below. So this is where I'm going to roll a D100 and hope for the best. But I rolled a 53. Barry knows me quite well. A joke in my role-playing group is I always fail rolls. In 2nd edition, I went combats without ever hitting an enemy. It was very frustrating. Yep, there we go. That's Barry. You suck at rolls. I do. There's a guy in our current group named Kevin who I think I've passed that luck on to him. But yeah. Okay, let's see here. So we failed. We failed the check. Let's get you guys back to the book, and we will rock to 59 and watch us get thrown out of the bus or something out the window. A desperate yell awakens you. You feel yourself slide from the seat as the driver spins the wheel of the motor coach, plunges off the road. Holy crap. Too late. You reach for the seat in front. You fall into the aisle and your ribs crash against the edge of the seat opposite. Breath rushes out of you. The coach stops with a thud. Or a thump. It says thump. Your driver leaps from his seat into the road as you sprawl, dizzy, in the aisle. You hear a string of incendiary curses. That's funny. The driver climbs back into the cab and sees you on the floor. He looks concerned and assists you back to your seat. This person must think we couldn't get our freaking New England drivers. We couldn't get our luggage up there, and now we can't even stay in our seat. You see what has happened now. A Fordson tractor has stopped in the road, and he had to swerve to avoid this steel obstacle. Sorry, he says. All them fields, and he has to pick the road to park. You all right? This is my Pet Cemetery Stephen King impression, basically. You don't think anything's broken, but you'll have a colorful bruise for the next few days. He backs up the coach a little and threads it around the tractor, glaring at the farmer. Oh, butts, we already lost a hit point. This is Call of Cthulhu, by the way. This is not D&D. We are weak. You lost 1 hit point, mark the loss, blah, blah, blah. And it says if you get to below whatever, you're dead. I think that says current. It's really hard to see on the sheet, but I gave us our current hit points at 10. No need to move us to the sheet. Let's keep going. 71. There will be choices, I've heard. Here we go. Oh, here's a fun choice coming up. You resume your journey. We should take something that makes absolutely no sense. The driver takes the curves with more caution than before. He glances over his shoulder at you a couple of times. Sorry about before, he says. That fellow was dumber than a hog. I'm Silas. What's your name? Ooh, think of our name. The accident was at least as much Silas's fault as the farmer's, but it doesn't seem shrewd to antagonize the man while he is driving you through the middle of nowhere. Make up a name for your character and record it. Yep. You may add up your age for the purpose... who cares? We can figure that out. The coach turns onto a narrower road, which weaves uphill through the woodland. Silas becomes chatty. Going to Arkham, eh? Can't say I've heard of the place. Went to Boston once. Didn't like it. Too much hustle and bustle. Well, you got family there? Special someone waiting? The afternoon... See, now I'm starting to think he's from the South or something like that. The afternoon is wearing on, and you see no harm in confiding in Silas about your new life. Oh, a job, eh? What's your line? Okay, here we go. Love the Mainer vibes. Yeah, we'll see. So we get to choose our occupation. So I will say, to Morgan's credit, Morgan already said an academic. We could maybe be an academic transferring to Arkham, but we have antiquarian. Which is like books and antiques and stuff like that, I think. Doctor of medicine, that would make sense. Journalist, possibly. Private investigator, probably not. Or a professor. I thought there'd be like gangster, but I guess that's not. I guess it's an occupation. It's a calling. Mike, you have Willard von Ormond, professor for my hubby. Okay, let's go, Professor. Professor for Morgan's hubby. That's what we're doing. So, which makes sense with our stats. And it's funny because they're also in the education system, so their education's a little bit low because they know. Yeah, what did we have? We had Willard von Ormond. I think I'm saying that right. This is the strangest part is because I do DM Game Master a lot online, and I'm used to like talking to the computer and stuff, but I'm used to hearing voices back. So it is a little weird. I'm still getting used to being in the vacuum and filling all awkward silences. So I'm just filling out the character sheet. Again, it's probably more fun than just staring at a page that's not moving. But yeah, let's get moving to the Professor 265. Oh, look at that. Morgan, we are totally a step ahead of this game. You explain that you are joining the faculty at the renowned Miskatonic University. That's what it's called. It's only a junior position with teaching and tutoring duties. Think of how old we are too, guys. But the institution is well regarded. Who knows where the appointment might lead? And Morgan, what is your hubby a professor of? Symposium, a visiting lectureship, even one of its world-spanning expeditions. Silas wrinkles his nose. Oh, yeah, this guy's Southern now. Or he's gonna be like this. I had enough of book learning when I was a young'un. Still, I suppose it's well enough for those who like it. He's vaguely sling blade. Your credit skill is 30. So credit is, this is actually a really cool function of Call of Cthulhu. You don't really keep track of money. You're just like, do you have the credit to get these things? So you need particular credit scores. Like, so it's like, oh, I want to buy a car. It's like, you need a higher credit score. But like food, it's like your credit skill's 30. You can afford food. You don't need to worry about going and getting food. So that's a pretty fun thing about it. So our credit skill is 30. I'm trying to find that slot. And then actually, I will move us back over to the page so we can figure out, because you guys are going to need to look at, I know it's a little hard to see. Public administration and government, UFA. Here we go, the sheet. We have a few things to add here. Our occupation skills are library use, which you may also pick 4 other skills. Right? Ooh, boy, we got a lot of skills to add in here in a second. I'm going to. Okay, what was I looking? The first credit. Where's credit at? Your firm give credit? No, sir. Nor anybody else. Is it on the bottom? Because I have something blocking. No, that's Brawl. Credit. Why can't I find credit? Somebody tell me where credit is if you see it. It's in the C's. Oh! But it's a, it's just literally, it's in a skill. I was looking up ahead. Thank you, Barry. Okay, credit is 30. Check. Okay, your occupation skills are library use. So that is... Your occupation skills are library use. Other language. Ooh, what other language? Like Latin? What are we a professor of? And our own language, English, and psychology. You may also pick 4 other skills, not Cthulhu Mythos, as relevant academic or personal abilities. Allocate the following values among these other skills, writing in the large square beside each. 70, 60, 60, 50, 50, 50, 40, 40. Oh, so we're those are the scores for what we get, and we're going to okay, figure out what they are. So we have library use, a language, our own language, psychology, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4 more skills, and that is going to be a 70, 60, 60, 50, 50, 50, 40, 40. And I'll keep repeating those. Actually, I'll put it in the chat too if that helps, to just so I don't have to keep repeating that. But it's 70. We have 60 times, what is this? 60 times 2, 50 times 3, 50 times 3, and 40 times 2. And then again, we have which ones do we want? And start. I like the idea of Latin, maybe a Celtic language. Oh, that's pretty fun. It looks like we're looking at a professor of the classics or archaeology. Latin makes sense. Celtic languages, that's kind of fun. Mike says he appreciates a game that focuses on the fun bits. I need to track money and food in the real life. I don't need that in a fantasy game. Hear, hear. Yeah, I don't, yeah, what are you guys feeling? And yeah, we're probably pretty young. Do we want to say we're like straight out of college? Are we like this wee little guy out of college? Willard, is he a little red-haired, kind of well-meaning little nerdy guy? I'm good with that. So let's see here. We're gonna say it's young. I don't. Right. I'm just gonna write 25. You could say something else at some other point. So which one do we want to be? I'll write in the chat too what our choices are. But we basically have any of these that just seem to make sense for being a professor. The font is pretty small in this, so let me know if you can't see it, and I can read out the ones that make sense, like archaeology, anthropology, probably not accounting. Drive auto, electric pair, probably not. Fighting brawl, probably not. Firearms, first aid, history, that's probably one. Law, library use, very important in this game. Library use, that's how you get your information. Listen, locksmith, medicine, maybe. Occult, maybe. That could be fun. He's Celtic. He'd probably know a little bit about the occult if he knows history and the occult. Psychoanalysis, psychology. Yeah, so there we go. Sheet is very clear on here. Nice setup. Oh, good. That's good to hear. Is my video still garbage? But again, I don't care if the video is bad because then you can't see my missing tooth, which embarrasses me. So, occult, library use, archaeology. Okay. How do y'all's feeling about occult being our biggest stat? Which would make sense that we would go to Miskatonic. Oh, boy. And then Mike's saying anthropology, archaeology, fast talk, language, occult. I kind of like these. Let's see. I'm going to just write down. See, 70, 60, 60, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50. What was it? 240, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 40, 40. Okay. Library, dude. Library use is very important in this game. That's how we dig up our information. But watch us go to some like creepy podunk town and there's like no library or whatever. Yeah, so I guess again, let's just start with, of all these skills that we have, everyone's throwing stuff out. We've named at least 8 skills. Okay, library use is already one we have. So again, we have library use, a language, which we haven't decided between Latin or Celtic, our own language, that's kind of boring, and then psychology. So we have those 4. And then we just need to pick 4 more. I work in academic library and have a library degree, so this is close to home. Okay. Mark the one. Oh, yeah, I'll do that. Thank you, Barry. So what these marks are on the sheet is actually when you succeed at them, when you succeed on a check, you would make a mark on the sheet, and at the end of your session, you roll to see if you increase that stat. You don't get experience points and level up. You just increase your abilities throughout the game. But yeah, that makes perfect sense to mark these. So let's see. We do not have charm. We have library use, which is a great one. We have other language, which I'll just have to find. Is there a language? Language other. Language us. And then we had our other one was psychology. And then we were all feeling pretty good on the occult, just because it's fun and it's Arkham, and why not? I'm just looking through the chat. Psychoanalysis is a question mark. Anthropology, archaeology, fast talk, language, occult, psychoanalysis, occult, library use, archaeology. Yeah. What are we? Anything else for? And what are we feeling? I guess yeah. Let's figure out our 4 other abilities, and I will get these rocking here. English. And then other language. Yeah, so what other 4 do we want? I clicked occult because that seemed to be coming up a lot, and I like it. But again, anthropology, archaeology, fast talk, occult, psychoanalysis. Those are the ones that have been coming up. Any strong feelings towards... I guess we have 3 more to pick of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, lots of good choices, I know. Like, what makes... Fast Talk's a good... I mean, he could be, like, a pretty quick-witted dude with fast talk. So that could be a good one there as well. And in the game, too, there's, like, starting values. We don't have to worry about that. It specifically says we don't have to worry about starting values. So... I'll give you guys another couple seconds, then I'm just going to start willy-nilly just pulling things out for what we want here. Let's see here, yeah. Okay, occult. I like charm. All right, charm, fast talk, intimidate, or persuade. Yeah, I agree. We want. Let's do fast talk. So this is something I heard from one of my exes. She said as a kid she always talked fast, and her theater teacher told her to stop talking fast. It's like, the reason you talk fast is because you're afraid the person isn't listening, and you want to get it all out. Like, slow down, I'm listening. Which it wasn't meant demeaning. It sounds demeaning the way I say it, but nonetheless, maybe this person has like a little bit lack of self-esteem, so he talks fast. But that said, he also can pull things over on people because he talks so quick. I don't know why I just thought of that. So good, fast talk. We got that. So we have 2 more. Accounting, no. Anthropology, archaeology, disguise, dodge, drive auto, blah, blah, blah. If we drove auto, we wouldn't be in this position. We wouldn't be on that bus. First aid, history, that's one we haven't talked about. History is on here too. Law, we haven't mentioned that one either. And then psychoanalysis. Those seems to be the ones that kind of make history. I'm feeling history. I'm going to make an executive decision on that. So that leads us with 1 more. I think I clicked 1 too many here. No, maybe I didn't. I think we have, yeah. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We just need 1 more. Psychoanalysis. Or fit. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we may need some kind of physical stat. I think Barry may be right, because we are, which in this game, typically when you have a party, you know, it's fine to just kind of like, I'm the smart one, I'm the strong one, I'm the one who shoots things well. But yeah, Barry's saying we may need just something to help us out in a situation like maybe dodge, just to like, maybe he's not. Yeah, so I agree with Barry on this. We need something to help us out with the just some kind of physical attribute. Yeah, and that's looking like dodge may make sense, or stealth or dodge. Okay, that's the choice right now. Stealth or dodge. Barry likes stealth. Morgan says get out of danger. He's a little dude. Maybe he can sneak around. He's stealthy. All right, stealthy Villa von Orman. Stealth. Okay, so now we need to figure out what we're best at. So our beginning stats start at a 70. So which of these that are checked is going to be what we are best at? So I guess the question is, what kind of teacher are we? What are we teaching? What are we feeling here for what we're best at? And it says right a large square. Okay, yeah. What are we feeling that we want to be best at in? And our language. We didn't choose our language yet. That's something else. CDL licensure expert. Great. Thank you, Mary. Yeah. What should English be in language own? Oh, is there a language own? It's so small on my screen. You guys. Oh, there it is right there. Gosh, you guys can see it better than I can. English. So this will be the other. Yeah. What do we want to be? What is our main stat? Again, it's probably one of our teachy thingies. So I guess what are we a teacher of? Archaeology, very fun, very Indiana Jones, be into some weird cryptic stuff. Barry's feeling archaeology. Anyone else good with that? Because I'm happy to cool with that. Archaeology it is. That is a 70. So, okay, here we go. Archaeology, 70s. Good douche. So now we have 2 60s, I believe. Yes, we have 2 60s. So, okay, so Morgan said occult. Let's make that a 60. So occult will be 60. Where's occult at? 60. Skadoosh. Okay. We need another 60. So what else are we really good at? So I'll click occult. Barry didn't even see archaeology was a skill. Should we change to get that? Oh, did I put something in it stupidly? I feel like we picked it, didn't I? I'd just be terrible at what we teach. Oh, was that not one that was picked? Oh my gosh, am I dumb? Yes. That was a rhetorical question that I answered for you all. 1, 2, 3. Well, we'll just see how many. When we end up with 8, that's how many we got. If he's from the South, Yankee could be the other language. That's true. So let's see here. Never mind. It was a complete coincidence. Me dumb. Okay. Didn't know it was our first choice. Okay. So we've got, what else are we pretty darn good at? Library use, history. I think history makes sense with archaeology. I'm just going to make an executive decision on that. That just makes sense. So we are kind of putting a lot of our eggs in one basket, but we're an egghead, so it makes sense. So there's history. Now we've got 3 50s and then 2 40s. So 350. Language. What is that language? You need to decide that language. I've heard kind of Egyptian. I've heard Celtic and Latin, all of which are pretty awesome. Which ones are we feeling? For Willard von Orman from Arkansas. What region is his archaeological focus in? Exactly, that's the question. Where do we want to be from? Let's do Egyptian or something Celtic. I'm down with that. You 3 decide between you if it's Egyptian or Celtic. So I like both of those. And again, that's what's kind of fun at this. I'm kind of at your mercy, and I guess I've made some executive decisions. I'm ambivalent. I kind of am too. But I think both of them really kind of there's some like sacrificial kind of like creepy kind of things in both of those all religions. So Egyptian. Let's do Egyptian. Okay, great. So hieroglyphic, but I'll just put Egyptian. But so like hieroglyphics and stuff like that. Awesome. Okay, so we've got, was that our, oh wait, I didn't even put the numbers down yet. 50. 50. Library use. I'm going to put another 50 in library use. And then we have one more 50 and then two 40s. So psychology, which one do we want to be good in these? Fast talking, psychology, or stealth? Stealth 50, that's where Barry's leaning. How are y'all feeling on that? Yeah, we're sneaky. All right, we sneak into the library. Like Harry and Hermione. All right, there we go. Fast talk's 40. All right, my friends, there we go. I think we've pretty much, until we get like a weapon or something, we have a character sheet, and I'm sure we're about to hit the ground running. I say that. We'll find out. Let us jump back to the book and get rocking. Okay, bone shard, please. Oh my gosh, that's a Poe thing. Never found it. And we're wrapping up the Poe one. Okay, 128. Let's rock. You realize Silas hasn't made a stop since the incident with the tractor. The motor coach winds its way uphill. However, your thoughts are interrupted as the road crests a ridge and you are treated to a magnificent view of the vista below. A creek snakes through the valley, breaking the rich autumn palette of the tree line. In the distance, the white mountains rise into hazy cloud. There's no settlement, not even a cabin, as far as the eye can see. Birds drift through the treetops, and you can just make out what might be two white-tailed deer lingering by the water. Okay, we have some more things to do. Perhaps you are making a mistake by moving to the city. Could you survive on your own in this lush wilderness? You have a base ability in most skills, listed in brackets after the name, blah, blah. For instance, you have 20% in climb and a base dodge of equal half your dex. Choose 4 skills. Oh, here we go. So I was wrong. Choose 4 skills, which are not your occupation skills, and boost each of these by 20. At this point, you may like to calculate half, blah, 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 whatever. Cool. So we can just, let's get 4 things that are not occupational, and we are going to... If you're bored of calculations, leave the map until it becomes necessary. So the book is acknowledging, okay, we're wrapping this stuff up. But these are your personal interest skills. We can boost each of them by 20. So what sounds good? What sounds good, like something we'd be interested. We can't do Cthulhu Mythos because we are not aware of that. Firearms may, again, just... Oh, electric pair, that's kind of fun. Just thinking of the game, like, I don't want to get in a fist fight. So, like, and I know firearms typically come up. I'm playing the system, not necessarily the character, but maybe the character has gun background. Like, that's fine. So we have firearms and electric repair, both of which I'm fine with. I don't really care either way. I was about to say, we could get something stupid like swim and watch it be, like, really important. At the end, be like, try to swim away or something on that creek they mentioned and we drown. Okay, let's do firearms and electric repair just because it's just so random. So firearms, there's usually 2 kinds. Yeah, handgun or rifle shotgun. Okay, that's good. Barry, if each of you pick one. So you got 4. So, okay, that's fair. So Mike, firearms, Barry, electric repair. Morgan, you pick one, and then I will pick one. Just in regards to the firearms, do we want, again, rifle shotgun, so more like a farming rural life, which may make sense if he's from a more rural southern area. Swim, oh my gosh, Morgan, you dork. Shotgun, okay. So this is going to be, so 25, so 45. Okay, got that. Swim is going to be at 20, so that's a 40. And then we've got electric repair for Barry. So that's going to be a 30, because we're adding 20. You may be able to see the little percentages that says just because... Morgan said, just because there is a lot of water and you scared me. It is talking about, can I survive in this wilderness? And I'm sure a lot of people don't pick swim. Track. Let's see here. What could be a fun thing for our little nerdy guy? Disguise. He just dresses up. Dodge. I don't know how that's a hobby. First aid. That sounds helpful. Intimidate, that just doesn't seem right. Locksmithing, mechanical repair, medicine, navigate. I'm gonna do navigate, I think, because if he is good with okay, great, that's fine, Barry. Change Egyptian to Arabic Egyptian. That's fine, or ancient Egypt. Well, yeah, that's what when I wrote Egyptian, I basically just meant like hieroglyphics, but like ancient Egypt. He might need to dress up as a cult member. He might. I think I'm going to do navigate just because of the idea, just because if he has shotguns and rifles, maybe he just needs to know how to like get around. He's good with a map or something like that. And there is a map in this book. So I just thought of that this moment, but nonetheless. So let's get that to 30. All right, let's keep going. Bifk. All right, we're rocking. Look at this character sheet go. Get you guys back to the right page. New book. Okay. Where were we? Here we go. Boink. The motor okay, finally. Oh, here we go. We've got finally some choices. The motor coach rattles on through the hills and Silas lapses into silence. The sky darkens behind you, pinks tinting the clouds as the sun descends. Finally, a welcome sight comes into view. A settlement on the crest of a hill. This doesn't look like the pictures you've seen of Ossippi or whatever. But perhaps you can persuade Silas to stop while you stretch your legs. Ooh, let's do some fast talking. Minutes later, a harsh stuttering from the engine interrupts your reverie. Silas frowns and rattles the gear stick. The motor coach falters in its ascent. Silas utters a curse you don't recognize and grinds his teeth. It's a spell. Struggling at the wheel, you seem to inch up the hill until you reach the first buildings, low dwellings constructed from a rough red stone. Silas wrestles the coach into a small bay off the road. He scrambles from the seat and makes for the engine compartment. That's so funny. I almost... oh, maybe we can do mechanical repair. We don't have it. Okay, here we go. We may be able to do something here. You must now make a roll against Drive Auto or Psychology. Hey, we have a Psychology. We have to get that number or below. If you choose Psychology, you need a hard success. Oh, crap. We need to get a 20. That's rough. So we need to get a 20, or we need to do a Drive Auto. So we're either going to try to help him jump it, or why Psychology? What are we hoping to do? Understand what cuss words he's using? If you use Psychology, you need a hard success. Okay, so we can also look what we have the better choice at. Drive Auto is 20, Psychology is 20. So they're both the same. This is a tough roll. So it doesn't really matter. What is the Psychology? Like, why are we trying to use Psychology? What good would that do in this situation? He scrambles from his seat and makes for the engine compartment. Yeah, we just handle the obstacle well with our psyche. Yeah, maybe we're calming him down. Okay, so anyway, it is exactly even. What are we trying to do? Are we trying to fix the car? Which kind of stinks because we do have some form. Oh, it's electrical repair. Or do we want to do Psychology? It's exactly the same. They're both 20s, and I can do the roll here in a second. What are we gonna do here? I guess it doesn't Psychology. That's what I heard first. Let's do it. It sounds kind of how it would go. Okay. Okay. Nope. Fail. If you fail your roll, go to 194. Okay. Get you guys back to the right page. All right. Fail. Boink. Silas opens the engine compartment. Open. Okay. That's redundant. And sticks his head inside. The hot metal pops and sizzles. He pokes at various components, then withdraws and wipes his brow, smearing it with dark grease. I ain't sure what's wrong. Oh, yeah, he's Southern. Might be the oil pressure. Might be something knocked off kilter when we took that spill. Can't do much until the engine cools, neither. And, with the light failing, I reckon we're gonna be here through the night. With the light failing, I reckon we're not gonna be here through the night. He wipes his hand on a rag. The shadows from your surroundings are already long, and the air is chilly. I do not want Silas to be our NPC. You feel stiff from the journey, and a night in the rickety coach sounds unappealing. Silas sees your dismay. Well, this here's Emberhead, miles from any place. I only come through twice a week, but the folks here are good people. This does not sound good. May Ledbetter keeps a spare room. She'll look after you. Up that valley. Turn right, first house on the left. He scratches at his cheek, looks at the engine compartment, and spits on the ground. Meet me back here at 8 in the morning, and we'll see how's we stand. Oh, butts. All right, here we go. Choice. Do we look for Mary Ledbetter's house? Do we ask Silas where he will spend the night? Do we challenge Silas about the breakdown? Barry says 257. Whoa, Barry. Barry's suspicious. Barry's all about challenging Silas about the breakdown. I know. I was thinking, like, this is a little sketch. Like, oh, yeah, I never go through this place. Try May's house. She's right down the street. Third house on the right. Makes great porridge. We're also going to get the hell beat out of us if we can't even reach the compartment to put our luggage up. But yeah. Mike, you're good with 257? He says, sure, let's get aggro. I'm outvoted. Okay. I'm outvoted too, Morgan. Yeek. Okay. Dorks. You're going to get us killed, like, right in the beginning. Oh, boy. You confront Silas with your suspicions. His brow darkens, and he shows a mouthful of twisted teeth. Ain't that just like you city types, he spits. Thinking the worst of a man after he's gone out of his way to attend to your comfort. Well, I mean, it's your job, bro. He stalks around the back of the coach and hauls your bags from the rack. Thanks, we couldn't get them. Dumping them on the ground at your feet. Take them! Otherwise, I guess you'll be accusing me of thievery in the morning. He marches off into the darkness, raging. That could have gone better. Could have used a skill. All right, 267. You drag your cases between the sullen buildings. You feel surprisingly weary, considering you have spent all day sitting down. Silas's directions lead you to a modest dwelling with a slate roof. The nameplate reads, Ledbetter, and underneath a sign in neat copperplate reads, Lodging Room. The lane around you is gloomy, but a lamp flickers in the window. A breeze chills your face. You're not about to begin your new life by sleeping in the street. You rap on the weather-beaten door. After a moment, you hear footsteps inside the house. A bolt is drawn back and the wooden door swings wide open. A figure, whose loose curls and rough-hewn-looking house dress peers at you. Her gaze takes in your traveling suit and your cases. Her voice has a slight Irish lilt. Oh, hello? Should I take it you're looking for a room for the night? I can kind of do Irish if I try really hard. You inquire as to... I read it. You inquire as to her rats. Do you have rats? You inquire as to her rates, suppressing a grimace. As far as you've seen, the village does not offer you many alternatives. Oh, you'll find them very reasonable, she says. You look tired. I may. Come inside, and we'll talk over a cuppa. The Ledbetter house feels cramped, with a low ceiling and simple fittings. But it is well kept, and a cheerful fire crackles in the grate. The aroma of the tea is soothing, and the cup warms your fingers. Oh, boy. Have you come to Emberhead for the festival? Asks May. Oh, man. We are... the festival? To explain what happened with Silas and the coach, go to 14 to ask about the festival. The creepy country bumpkin festival. What are y'all feeling? First vote that gets 2 is where we're going. We're screwed. No, Morgan, I'm with you on that. What do you want to ask about the festival? Why is there not a do you drink or not drink? We haven't had that opportunity yet, but yeah, I think we probably not gonna be drinking that tea either when we get knocked out. That happened to us last night in our Poe playthrough. 21 says Barry, which is ask about the festival. 14 says Morgan. Mike, you are the tiebreaker. So are we either explaining what happened to Silas on the coach, or are we asking about the festival? The festival. Yeah. Where the hell did Silas go? I'm team fixate on Silas. Okay. 14. I was expecting... I'm sure we'll ask about the festival again, right? Okay. Silas it is. That's not what I would have done, but... Okay. Here we go. May shakes her head, and you glimpse a moment of deep-seated anger in her green eyes. Oh, he always drives too fast. Thinks the road is made for him and all alone. It's not a slight Irish lilt anymore. It's getting a little overdrawn, I know. He hit a mare some years back, and that was a terrible thing. You should have seen the state of the coach. You'd be surprised at the damage done. She sips her tea and gazes past you into the corner of the room. With living here, though, we can't afford to antagonize the man. He's about the only link we have to the world at large. And he's not a bad soul at heart. I suppose that going the same route for 15 years makes a man careless. You have to forgive him. May goes silent for a long moment. Then her eyes flick back to you. Dude, I'm not liking this. But you didn't come here to listen to me blather, and you must be hungry. I can rustle up a bit of stew. How would that be? You ask again about her rates, and May names a price so low you accept it without hesitation. The room is small but comfortable, and the stew dark and hearty. After dinner, you have a couple of hours before your usual bedtime. To talk to May some more, go to 31. To walk around outside and get your bearings, we did that in the Poe thing, that didn't work out well, go to 75. To turn in for an early night, go to 63. So yeah, I love the Wicker Man room. Climb on in. The bees! The bees! No, not the bees! Okay, so talk to May. Walk around outside. Isn't it like way past dark? I guess I do that too. And turn in early for an early night. Barry says, talk to May some more. I know, the festival isn't an option yet, so I think the only way we're going to get there is Morgan has PTSD from trying to get our bearings. Okay, 31 it is. We're talking to May some more. May talks about life in Emberhead. In her letters, my sister always asks if I'm not bored living in such a small place. She lives in New York. Then she writes about how frightened she is to walk home at night. I ask you. You mentioned your hopes for a new life in Arkham. May doesn't seem to hear you. It's a place here, yes, but that means we have real community. Oh, God. Everybody's face is known. Everybody works together. Nobody is excluded. Except those who choose to exclude themselves, of course. I couldn't live anywhere else now. Make a charm roll. Gosh darn it, why can't we fast talk her? I guess she's not listening. So we're making a charm roll. I should have put the dice as a pop-up on this page so I didn't have to keep jumping back and forth to the sheet. But I guess we do need our stats for our charm to do this. So, okay, charm roll. Our charm is 15. Whew, we are going to fail this too. Here we go. Hey! Yeah! Got it, 12. All right, we are charming. We're going to get in May's pants. It is going to be hot. That's been happening to me a lot in Baldur's Gate 3 as well. The party keeps making me be intimate with all the creepy things. Okay, here we go. 39. As the hour wears on, May's upbeat manner descends into something more reflective. Oh, it's not always easy. I'm a widow, you know. Wink, wink. We have a lot of money. Wink, wink. And of course, I appreciate the custom of travelers like yourself. I know we'll never starve as long as we live here. Who's we? But I don't see myself marrying again. I know every man in this village. Ooh, May's getting hot. I know them too well, if you see what I mean. Yeah. Her mouth twists briefly, then she yawns and pushes a hand through her hair. Oh, time for me to turn in. When would you like breakfast? On your investigator sheet, check the mark that we did charm successfully. That's basically just saying, oh, I didn't even move us back to the book. Sorry. That just says that we succeeded on the roll. Okay, I checked it, whatever. That stinks. I want more information from her. I want to hear about the stupid festival. Okay, go to 63. Ooh, we're about to find out about her daughter. As May stands, you hear a clunk behind you. You look over your shoulder, but all you can see is a wooden door securely closed. May tuts. Oh, the young lady of the house. She'll have been listening to us. Ruth, come and greet our guest. There's a short pause, and the door creeps open. Two wide eyes peer out from the gap between tousled hair and a rough nightgown. What do you say? The eyes blink. Pleased to meet you. Now get back to bed. The door closes again. My daughter Ruth. 10 years this summer. She's a delight and a torment all in one. Don't worry, she sleeps in with me. She'll not disturb you. Good night now. You retire to your room. It's chilly, but you are too tired to worry about lighting the fire. The sheets are clean and the bed soon warms up. The silence outside is strange after living in a town for so long, but you soon drop off. The gallows. Okay, 154. You dream. Oh, here we go. Foreshadowing. Back to Midsummer. Oh, that's such a great movie. You dream of fire in the grate. Ooh, I don't know this word. Coruscating? Coruscating. Coruscating colors shimmering through the dancing tongues of flame. At first, they are tiny, almost microscopic, but they grow and grow until a kaleidoscopic inferno spills from the fireplace, spreading across the floor, up the sheets. You wake with a start, and daylight glints in through the curtains. You get up and examine the grate, blinking the sleep from your eyes. It is quite cold. If you have taken any damage, we have. We heal a point. Yay! Go back to 166. I'm just going to get rid of that. No need to move you guys to the character sheet. Yay, we're full health. Alright, 166. What's the deal with the festival, and where is Silas? He's not going to be at the bus, is he? May seems to have no running water, but has supplied some in a ceramic jug. You freshen up at the washstand and go in. She cooks a hearty breakfast and leaves you in peace to eat. At about 7:30, you are paid up, packed, and ready to go. You bid May goodbye, and she wishes you the best for your new career in Arkham. Will we ever get there? If you succeed at a skill roll last night and wish to investigate the results, go to 178. So I guess we can further chat with her, right? Because we succeeded. So 178 it is, right? I mean, oh, but that's... And wish to investigate. I'm assuming we want to investigate because that is the last roll I'm going to succeed at. Yeah, let's go. You retrace your steps of last night. What? Okay, whatever. A few villagers watch with polite curiosity as you thread your way. I want to find out about this damn... Oh, well, maybe we'll find out about the festival now when they lynch us. A few villagers watch with polite curiosity as you thread your way along the northern cliffs, bags in tow. That's right, we got our bags. I see like a big steamer trunk. In time, you think you have found the spot. Heart thudding in your chest, you peer over the edge. Nothing. With the benefit of daylight, you see the cliffs. I guess that meant looking around. But we succeeded at a check last night, so I'm still doing this. You see the cliff is not the bottomless drop you imagined. Okay, well, that's some kind of misprint, but I don't care. It leads to a shelf some 20 yards below. It could be a lethal tumble, but you see no body, no blood. Make a spot hidden roll. We're here. I don't care. If you succeed, go to 112. Okay, spot hidden. Let's see here. Let's get you guys back to the sheet. Spot hidden. How good are we at this? 25. All right. Let's see here. That'd be fun if we... Yeah, I think they screwed something up, but we did it right. It said if you succeeded on a check last night. We did. Here we go. Is that a 31? Ah, butts. We didn't get it. Which, okay, that's all fair, because we shouldn't have been here anyway, I don't think. Go to 192. You're already tired of your heavy bags. Hopefully Silas has repaired the motor coach, and you can resume your long journey. A sourpuss he might be, but the old driver seemed to understand his vehicle well enough. Whoops, sorry, Silas. He was probably, like, well-intentioned, and he got really angry at us, and he, like, ran off in the woods and was, like, killed. You pause to check your watch, still 20 minutes early, and round the final corner. The motor coach is gone. You put down your bags and search the area. Trekking up and down the slopes and around corners, at the edge of the village, you trace the long road back as it winds across the hills. 8 o'clock comes, and it goes, and there is no coach to be seen. A passing villager notices your bags. Looking for the bus? Oh, I heard him take off at first light. He's due back in 3 or 4 days. If you need a place to stay, May Ledbetter rents a room. The man raises his hat to you and strolls on into the village. You curse Silas under your breath. Perhaps he went for parts, but you wonder if the old goat has stranded you here on purpose. So if this was an actual session, I feel like we could have made like a psychology... I guess we did make a psych test on him. Maybe that's what the psychology test was. If he would have passed that, we would have discerned that he was like making all of this up. Oh well. Anyway, here we are. We have navigation, right? May is doing laundry and looks surprised to see you again. Is she? Did you forget something? When you explain the situation, she offers to store your bags while you try to arrange alternative transport. You are grateful to relinquish the load. We can't even lift it. Nobody here has anything like a car. She strokes her chin and narrows her eyes. Maybe you could find somebody with a horse and a cart for your bags. I could ask around later. Try Mr. Winters at the village hall. He'll know if anyone will. Or ask among the artisans. Oh, there's artisans. The workshops are first left on Silbury Street. She reaches over and squeezes your wrist. Don't worry. I won't see you sleeping in the street, money or no money. You thank May and turn to face the village. All right. Time to investigate. You wander the streets of Emberhead without any particular destination in mind. The village is built on a relatively flat upland with splendid views. To the north, the hazy tips of the White Mountains reach for the heavens. To the south, the sparkling waters of Wake Winnipesaukee touch the horizon. I want to say Winnipesaukee. The village itself takes less than 5 minutes to cross from edge to edge. You arrived on the winding road to the west. The only other road leads to the south, following a low ridge of land as it turns east. In the southwest of the village, an open grassy space borders a church. A ruined church, as a matter of fact, its graveyard cresting the cliffs. To the northeast, oh boy, the three main thoroughfares meet at a raised metal structure. It looms stark against the blue sky. Cool. You may now... Okay, we got a handful of options here. Ask about transport at the local general store. Seek out the village hall. Walk down to the lower level and check out the eastern road. Examine the large metal structure, where we will ultimately be imprisoned. Explore the church. Or look for the local people with their own transport needs. The book view is considerably less choppy than the character sheet view for me. Oh, you're still on the character sheet. I'm so sorry. Sorry, guys. There we go. Sorry. So yeah. Anyway, that's what we can do. Yeah, the character sheet is an online form. When I download it, it doesn't populate properly, so it's online. So it is going to be a little grainier than the PDF that I'm showing right now of the adventure. So we've got the general store. So here's our options again. Sorry. Ask about transport at the grocery store, or the general store. Seek out the village hall. Walk down to the lower level and check out the eastern road. Examine the large metal structure. Explore the church. I don't know which one's scarier. Or look for local people with their own transport needs. None of these seem to be directly related to artisans, says Barry. They don't. The general, yeah. Yeah, they don't. Let me scroll back up and see who the heck the artisans were. It wasn't this passage I was talking about it. So what do you feel? 16 or 96, says Mike. Let's get out of here. So 16 is ask about transport to the local store or look for local people with their own transport needs. How many people got stuck here before us? Yeah, that's a good question. All right, so what are we... Mike is leaning... Oh, 96. Let's do 96. Because Barry said 96 and Mike said he was good with 96. Not far from the Ledbetter house, on the northern side of Silbury Street, there's an open courtyard, the rhythmic tattoo of a hammer. Seems to announce your approach. I've never seen the word used in that way. The courtyard is the busiest location you have yet seen in Emberhead. It is bordered by a ring of workshops. There you go, Barry. Some are brick buildings, some only rough huts. A blacksmith ceases to hammer, thrusting something red and glowing into a bucket of cold water. A weaver looks up from his loom, blinking at you a moment before returning to his shuttle. A potter, engraver, and carpenter, and candlestick maker each work in their own space, exchanging friendly banter. You move among the artisans, chatting about their work. Eventually, you bring up the question of export. Some of them send occasional packages with Silas. Some restrict their custom entirely to villagers. You receive no suggestions about alternate transport. Make a psychology roll, which we have. Okay, I will do my best to not make you stay on the sheet for longer than necessary. Our psychology is 40. If I would have rolled that 31, that would have been a success. And go. Oh, butts. Sorry, guys. I told you. I got the charm. What can I say? All right. Crap. You know they're setting us up. Oh, crap. Okay. Big fail. Boo. I know. Sorry, guys. You're stuck with my rolls. You are beginning to get your bearings in Emberhead. Would you like to explore some more? You may choose another option from those below. Do not repeat a previous choice. Okay, this is cool. Once you have tried 4 options, or before that, if you're ready to move on, go to 3. So we've done, we can do 3 more options. We've done 1 option. Just taking a quick note. 1 option of 4. So we can ask about transportation at the general store, village hall, walk the lower level, check out the eastern road, metal structure, church. Mike already is ready to go. 16, which he's doing what we would be doing as characters. Mike's a great role player, which is, I want to go home, or not, our new home. I'm lugging my luggage around. Okay, so 16 wins. Let's go. So that's 2 of 4. The general store is on a corner beside the main road just before it plunges to the south. I don't like how everything is sloping and plunging. The shopkeeper is a brisk, immense lady with a starched apron and strong shoulders. She looks hard at your unfamiliar face. Transport? Well, there's a motor coach comes through twice a week. Missed it? Truck brings in my supplies every second Tuesday, but he's not due until next week, she shrugs. It seems Emberhead is content to keep its distance from the outside world. You have enough money to buy 1 or 2 inexpensive everyday items. Note them down on your investigator sheet. Remember, the year is 1927. The shop stocks no weapons, except a dusty hunting knife, which you may purchase if you want. Yeah. We have we have all of our books. I picture like Princess Vespa. Dragging through in Spaceballs, her big old steamer trunks dragging through the desert. Yeah, we just have all of like our books. Was it? Yeah, it's Princess Vespa, right? So anyway, we can buy things. And it conveniently says dusty hunting knife. Do we want our dusty hunting knife? We can wipe the dust off of it. Or maybe it's a hunting knife for hunting Dusty. Maybe Dusty's somebody that we hunt with it. Get it? I know, right? So again, I'm trying not to. I'm thinking of like what else would we need to. I'm just gonna write it down instead of on our sheet. I just got it right here. I don't knife. Dusty's gonna get it. I'm like, what else could we like? Something flammable. Paranoia is already setting in. I know. So buy the knife. What is something else that we would get in this situation, though? Can you think of anything that would be helpful? Would we get, like, food? A map? I know, I mean, again, this is a spoiler. I know there's a map. So, oh, I see what you're saying. Like, a map of the area, just in general. A sat phone, a satellite phone, that'd be good. Actually, I like a map. I'm down with a map. Like, again, because we do have navigation, it makes sense. Like, just a map of the area. A lighter, that's smart too, Barry. A compass. Okay, now you guys are all getting really smart. We can get one of these things. Do we want a lighter, a compass, or a map? I think all 3 of those are good ideas. And the thing is, in the game too, you can make like a luck roll. Is this the right system? Right? I've played so many systems. I feel like when you make a luck roll, it's like, do I have a box of matches on me? And you roll luck, and if you succeed, it's like, yes, I do. I have a box of matches on me. Like something that you would probably have on you in that time period. So lighter is something we may have on our canned or dried food. I was thinking about that, but we're already carrying like our Encyclopedia Britannica and our Mysteries of the Unknown series. So you guys are all old enough to know that I still have my Mysteries of the Unknown series. Utility belt, bag of holding. All right, let's settle down and circle back up, circle the wagons back up into 1927. Yeah. Although the old school Batman utility belt would be pretty dope right now. Yeah. What are we? What is lighter, compass, map? Barry's doubling down on the lighter. Which again, he may just have, but okay. To burn our map. All right, anyone got a strong preference for anything else? I liked map, but Barry likes lighter. Whatever answer is next, that is what we're going to do. Like lighter more than compass, and a map doesn't help without a car. We're going to walk. Oh, yeah, we got all our books. Okay, lighter it is. Barry, you win. All right, let's rock. 25. Whoops, I wrote map and lighter. We just have a knife and a lighter. You are beginning to get your bearings, blah, blah, blah. 2 more places. We could go to the village hall, the lower level. I don't know what's down there. Metal structure or church. 2 more of these. Is there a telegraph office? No kidding. So we got 2 more of those 4. Village hall, so we can see the people who are like the midsummer old people who are going to be, you can jump off the cliff and get their head smashed in. For the village hall, I picture the where the book was kept in Midsummer, where the guy had the face on and got bludgeoned. So yeah, which one are we feeling? Village hall, lower level. Check out the Eastern Road. Metal structure church. Can we save church for last? Okay. So Mike's putting a vote for church, but not right now. Village hall seems safest. Does it? '84 or Eastern Road? 84 is the village hall. 84. Okay, looks like village hall it is. I would like this metal structure, but okay. The village hall backs against a cliff at the east end of Silbury Street. Again, there is a map. I've seen it in this book, but that may help. I guess it doesn't really matter because it's just a random area. But nonetheless. Okay, let's start again. The village hall backs against a cliff at the east end of Silbury Street. It's the largest building you've seen so far in Emberhead. It is, however, locked and shuttered. You walk around, peering through gaps in the shutters. There seems to be one large room, presumably for community meetings, and a smaller annex which serves as an office and archive. One of the windows is bricked up, but at the main door, you can see no posted opening hours. Mr. Winters doesn't open up mornings this time of year, says a gray-garbed woman passing by. Best come back this afternoon. You ask whether the office has a telegraph. Okay, we were asking about that in the chat, Morgan. Don't know, she shrugs. She sounds like Droopy Dog all of a sudden. Who would we call? You will have to try again later. Ooh, I got my robe on. That was harder than it should have been. Okay, great. Last one. This is feeling poish. Nah, this isn't poish. This is just a scary town. We're gonna get an untimely ending here soon. Just wait till night. So we just have one more of these. So Mike is going walk down the lower level for whatever reason, and metal structure. I thought you wanted to do the church. Children of the Corn vibes. Big Children of the Corn vibes. Yeah, what is everyone else feeling here? So again, we've got, what do we have? Walk down the lower level, metal structure, church. We're going to do one more of those. Mike all of a sudden doesn't want to do the church, and he wants to do one of the other two. Where are you two at? Dun, dun, dun. I'm feeling... I'm ready for this festival. I think that's what he meant before. Oh, you meant the church, go to the church last, as in you put that in last place. Okay, okay. It's a trap! I mostly want to avoid the church. I didn't pick up on the fact we only get 4. Oh, okay, okay, okay. All right, so Mike is feeling... So, okay, so which one do you not want to do, I guess I should say? Mike doesn't want to do church. So, that leaves us with, unless one of you two really want to do it, you both want to do it, but we have metal structure and we have the lower level. What are y'all feeling? Big metal structure, or I guess the lower level means it's 57 is Barry's preference. The large metal structure. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, let's do it. This is our last one. You walk up the approach. The approach is capitalized. The most central... Oh, because it's a street. Okay. Sorry, I got excited. You walk up the approach, the most central of the village's major streets. Proper noun. It points directly at the odd metal structure. As you emerge from the shade of the nearby buildings, you are greeted by a magnificent panorama spread from the north to the southeast. The last colors of fall tint the hills in a sleepy gold. The structure, by contrast, is made from uncompromising iron singed black. Wow. It supports an immense curved platform at the level of your head. Okay, so it's really tall. Further struts snake up to a central point. It looks like they may have been some kind of sculpture at one time, but are now twisted and melted beyond recognition. An older gentleman passes, looking up at you with rheumy eyes. "Are you here for the festival?" he asks. "That's the beacon. When they light it, night after night, you'll be able to see it for 10 miles away." He gives a little nod of satisfaction, then moves on, leaning on his walking stick. Now you notice bundles of wood, oh god, tied and stacked against the buildings nearby. Perhaps this festival would be an interesting diversion, but you really must head to Arkham as soon as possible. All will be well. This is starting to remind me of Krez? No, Valaki. All will be well. Make a spot hidden roll. All right. Sheet. Spot hidden, 25. 1 and 4. 1 and 4. Oh, night after next. I thought it said night after night. Night after next. Thank you. The font is very small, but thank you. It isn't. I was about to say it's night after night. Where was it last night? Okay, here we go. Spot hidden. Butts. 93. I'm surprised we haven't died yet. I'm charming. All right. Jesus. Okay, that's it. So we have to move on to 3. Ooh, that's not hyperlinked. Boo. I'll just scroll up real quick. It's not far. Your morning exertions have left you hungry. Before I continue, I said night after night because I was so busy working on that guy's accent. I wasn't reading properly. The guy says night after next is when the beacon is lit. So that's actually probably a very good moment of clarity. So thank you, Barry. Your morning exertions have left you hungry. You roam the streets of Emberhead looking for sustenance. There is nothing resembling the busy cafes of your hometown or anything that might be called a restaurant. It is beginning to look like you will have to get supplies from the general store when May Ledbetter comes down the street with a girl trailing in her wake. Well, this must be Ruth. As she notices you, she races past her mother and approaches you with a smile. This is a different Ruth from this Ruth, hard to say, with a tooth, from the shy creature of last night. As she reaches you, she stops and stretches her arms up in a celebration. She looks up into your eyes. Abruptly, the smile drops from her face, and she looks several years older. "Get out before the festival," she hisses. "Get out." She blinks hard, then scuttles back to her mother. May approaches, wrapping an arm around her daughter's shoulders. She smiles. How are you getting on? Have you found transport? Startled, you explain the frustration of the situation. I try Mr. Winters in the village hall. He's always in around the afternoon. You'll be hungry by now. Help yourself to any food in the house. The door's not locked. Yeah, my Irish is going. I think she's up to something. She's not Irish. You glance at Ruth, where she has squirreled herself behind her mother's legs. Her eyes implore you to silence. Here we go. If you ask Ruth about what she said, one option. If you ask May about what Ruth said, or say nothing. Still seeing character sheet. God bless. So bad about moving this thing off. Sorry, guys. There we go. So yeah. Ask Ruth. Ask May. Ask no one. Barry says nothing. Morgan says nothing. Okay. With the idea, at least on Morgan's side, don't get the kid in trouble. Okay. Loud and clear. Thank you. You take your leave of the Ledbetters and head towards their house. The door opens easily. In the low kitchen, you make a meal from the stodgy bread and leftover stew. A little window offers a view to the mountains. If you have learned one thing this morning, it's that Emberhead streets hold little to occupy the visitor from out of town. But there are still about 5 hours of daylight remaining. Night after next. So we still have like 2 nights till all hell breaks loose? You could take some provisions and the bare essentials from your luggage and set out in the hopes of reaching another settlement before dark. Or you could ask advice from this Mr. Winters. Ooh. We could walk out of town. Map would have helped. Or we could go to Village Hall. What are we feeling? Oh, my ringer's gone off, sorry. Settle down, ringer. Mike says try Village Hall one more time. Okay. That looks like that's what we're doing. That's got a vote of 2. So we are going to Village Hall it up. There it is. Village Hall. 11. Boink. The Village Hall overlooks the lower north ridge of the village. So it's not, are we like on this like raised plateau? You walk around Silbury Street to find it, conscious of the oppressive black metal structure framed at the end of the road. The shutters of the hall are open and some windows left ajar. Oh, good, Mr. Winters is home. There is no knocker, but a little bell over the entrance tinkles as you push the front door. Inside, a sturdy door to your right is marked Private. Let's get in there. Stealth. To your left, an opening leads to a bright room. You take a few steps inside. Benches line the walls, and there are 2 notice boards mounted between the windows. To examine the notice boards, or knock on the closed door. Those are our 2 options. Examine the notice boards, knock on the closed door. Yeah, gather intel, of course. That's where I'm leaning. Yeah, gather some intel. Let's do it. 17. The floorboards creak. Come on, give us a stealth check. Beneath you, as you cross the room, you feel a slight spring in your step. Perhaps this room is used as a gymnasium for the village children. Is that a joke? One notice board appears to be for the adults of the community and one for the children. The former looks neglected, featuring handwritten advertisements for household items and a yellowed note about telegraph pricings. There is nothing about the festival. The children's notice board has a schedule for weekly creche services. Is that the right word? Crochet? What is that word? And you guys are going to write it. I'm not going to be able to pronounce it anyway. Okay, it's a word. And a number of paintings obviously done by children themselves. Most are incoherent, though colorful. As best you can tell, they depict fireworks, or perhaps... Is it fireworks, or is it that thing ablaze? Or perhaps the tale of Joseph from the book of Genesis. One has lost a pen and hangs upside down. Barry played Joseph in Joseph the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat that I was in with him. One has lost a pen and hangs upside down. It shows a giant bird attacking Emberhead. Or it might simply be that the artist has not yet mastered the subtleties of scale. Okay, make a spot hidden roll. All right. This is not what I excel at. Okay, here we go. Spot hidden. 25. Holy butts, I made it. I'm charming and sneaky. Yeah. As the afternoon sun hits the floors, you notice something curious. Oh, I'm not sneaky. I'm perceptive. The boards under the window are newer than the boards in the center of the room, the floor. The frames also show signs of having been replaced in recent past. Perhaps rain leaked in and rotted the wood. You may recheck the small spot hidden skill. Okay, that's for leveling up, but I'll check it because I will. Spot hidden. Check. Now go to 37. So did they use... yeah, I was the Elvis character, the Pharaoh. Now, I can't go to 37. It's not hyperlinked, so let's just do this. The door scrapes behind you, and a middle-aged, bespectacled gentleman appears in the doorway. May I help you? You explain you are visiting on May Ledbetter's recommendation. Ah, well, I'm Clyde Winters. I'm not sure I can help you, but would you care for some coffee? I'm partial to a cup in the afternoon. He gestures to the open door behind him. This seems like a worthwhile opportunity, and you are a little thirsty to get the hell out of here. You step through the door marked private. The other side of the village hall is marked in contrast to the public space. The room is compact, lined with the shelves of books and file alcoves. One corner is reserved for a tiny pantry in what is presumably a water closet. You study Mr. Winters as he fills the percolator. Although thin on top, his hair is oiled and neatly swept back. His suit is a sober affair, and well-tailored even if the cut is a little old-fashioned. A lesser man working alone might have loosened his bow tie for comfort. On the desk against the opposite wall, you notice what looks like a telegraph set. To ask about the telegraph immediately, go to 56. To make small talk first. The chat's saying, does no one ever leave this town? And then Barry says, I'm pretty sure they don't. Where would they go? Barry's very excited about make small talk before we ask about the telegraph. He's quite insistent, like he was with the lighter. 49, okay. Man, Barry, you are just strong-arming your way through this game. The pot begins to gurgle as you exchange pleasantry with Winters. Living here, it's a trade-off, like so much in life. He looks past you at a high shelf. I could wish for access to a proper library, and of course, but I know myself well enough. I'm strictly a dabbler. In the cities, his face wrinkles in distaste. Too many people. Everybody rushing and shouting. We have a special place here in Emberhead. It just dawned on me the name is Emberhead, the name of the town itself. Sorry, it just hit me. And someone must accept responsibility for keeping it so. That was my father before me, and now the duty falls to me. He lifts his chin up and straightens up. This evening, as the sun sets, look out at the landscape around the village. We have peace up here, halfway to the stars. Are we not privileged? Is this not worth the hardship we must accept? He looks at you speculatively. That's a tough word for me to say. This seems a good time to ask about the telegraph. Great. The telegraph? Much as we value our isolation, we do need the link sometimes. You were hoping to send a message. I must apologize. The line has been down for 2 weeks. I reported the fault, but of course, they're not so speedy when the problem lies in a rural area. I'm expecting a repair the day after next. Conveniently, after or right before the festival. I do appreciate how frustrating this must be. The coach is due in, 1, 2, 3 days, but I think he's going west. Perhaps you might engage a wagon. One of the farmers might. You explain that you've already asked a few residents already, but to no avail. I'll tell you what. Winter pours you a steaming cup of coffee. The dark liquid smells rich and strong. When the repair crew arrive, I'll ask them to take you back with them. How would that be? They might want $1 or $2 to grease the wheels. Day after tomorrow? It's less than ideal, but it's the first real opportunity you've had. Oh, he didn't say that. The day after tomorrow? It's less than ideal, but it's the first real opportunity you've had. We have electrical repair. That's right, Barry. We fixed the thing. To thank Winters and leave, to ask about the library.
Books. We don't like them books.
So we can leave or ask about the library. Mike is leaning library. Why not? Library it is. Boink. You make a small but flattering remark about a couple of volumes on the shelves. Winter blushes with pleasure. Oh, of course. Well, they're not my personal collection. They belong to the village, he says. But I did select most of the recent items. This is the community's library, you see. I put up the private sign to stop people from just wandering in from meeting in the other room, but this is really a public space. You scan the shelves. There is a sparse but respectable collection on mathematics and the sciences, passable sections on history and arts, and a shelf of literature. He has a few low-brow novels tucked away in a corner with tatty copies of Bizarre Tales magazine. Oh, Winters. Quality does not always equate to popularity, I'm afraid. Winter gives you an apologetic smile. To take the time for some research, go to 68. To leave while it's still light. Ooh, hello, new viewer. Flirting with Winters. Yeah, we are. Why not read? We'll die here. Yeah, right? Like, that's what we like to do. So do we want to check out this library, or do we want to leave while it's still light outside? We do like to research. I don't know why I would have to use library use, because it seems like there's only 8 books, but we have a 50 in library use, so that could be a good thing to do. So we've got 1 on research currently. We're just waiting for just 1 more to do that, or the next 2 to vote down and get out of here while it's still light outside. I'm happy. I know what I want to do, but I'm just curious what you guys are up for. So let's see what we got. 68 says Barry. That is library. I agree. Let's do it. All right. Hey, thank you. We are doing it. 68. Thanks for joining the chat. As you're about to learn, I can't pronounce things, and there's so much going on with your name, but good to see you. Man 4204. Winters is happy for you to spend the rest of the afternoon in study and offers you an upright but comfortable chair. You have enough time to pursue 1 line of research in depth. Oh, I see. I thought like 1 line. We're only like looking at like literally 1 subject. To read about the history of the area. That sounds pretty important. To read about the festival, which we could have asked May. I don't know why we haven't asked about that yet. To read about something from the sciences, or to read some of his weird fiction stuff. So festival, history of the area, sciences, weird fiction. Man, I'd love to do festival and history. But festival, yeah, exactly, Mike. That's exactly what I just put. Festival won't be very truthful. That may be true. So Mike is feeling festival or history, and I agree. Morgan says festival. So we've got 74. That is history. Okay, Barry, what are you feeling? I think Barry's going to be our tiebreaker here. So we could have our new person in the chat here. We could have 74. The history of the area. We could have asked this earlier character, the first one we met here, about the festival. We didn't. We started schmoozing her or something, and we never asked about the festival. So we don't know about this really creepy festival coming up. So history of the area. There's no single book on the history of the area, and you have to put together a picture from a variety of slim, specialized volumes. There seems some suggestion that the hill upon which Emberhead is built was a place of reverence for the Abenaki, or the Abenaki, a native tribe whose name means people of the Dawnlands. The tribe made an annual journey to the hill as the leaves turned to the deepest hue of sunset. There are some references to sun rituals performed in the area, but these are not convincingly attributed. The region was caught up in King George's War, and in 1746, British colonial forces counterattacked in response to a raid by the Wabanaki Confederacy, which included the Abenaki. The king's men gave no quarter, and the few survivors among the natives were driven from the area permanently. There seems no confirmed date when Emberhead itself was founded, although there are recounts of settlers on the hill from shortly after the end of the Revolutionary War. Ooh, we may have some kind of Wicker Man type thing here. All right, here we go. 99. The afternoon wears on. You have, we got a credit roll coming up. You have not quite finished your reading when Winters glances out the window and stands up. He clears his throat. Make a credit rating roll. I wonder if we can keep a book if we pass this. So we're going to make a credit rating. So beyond just like being able to buy things, this sometimes just kind of proves your trust with like certain items. So let's do, our credit rating is, 30. Geez, that's not too great. Let's roll this. Holy crap, I made it. Yeah. So we made it. So let's go to 111. I'm happy to leave you in charge. Oh, for a half hour or so. He smiles. Please don't issue any books without a valid library card. You thank Winters for his trust and continue with your reading for a time. As the light dims, you find yourself yawning in the closeness of the room. Perhaps it's time for a change of material. Make a spot hidden roll. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Spot hidden. Was it 25? Okay. Boink. No, boy, we did not make that. Not at all. Most definitely did not make that. Okay, let's get your eyes back to the page that isn't as bouncy. If you succeed, if you fail, go to 124. The door opens. Oh, butts, that's it. And Winters re-enters the library. He wears a small, satisfied smile. His gaze shifts to you where you stand at the shelves. Exhausted our stock already. Of course, we accept donations. He chuckles. We have a lot of books. We could donate. We're not. I am afraid it is closing time. You leave the building with Winters and wait as he locks up. You thank him for the coffee and access to the library. He strolls away down Silbury Street. As the light fades, you return to the Ledbetter house and eat a light supper. May is unusually taciturn. Ruth's eyes flick to yours several times during the meal. Ruth, the daughter, this is to our new friend here in the chat. The daughter's trying to tell us to get out of here. She's the only one in the village who's like, get out of here. We haven't like really talked to her much about this. There's an urgency there you can't quite interpret. Afterwards, May ushers the girl into their room. Why are we eating her food? You have been in Emberhead for barely one whole day, and you already feel confined by it, both geographically and socially. The evening seems to offer little. To do some stargazing, to attempt to speak to Ruth. If you have a previous appointment, this is the time to follow it up. We don't have a previous appointment. No problem. Yeah, glad to help. And feel free to ask in the chat if there's something you're a little confused about. And if I don't catch it, Barry, Morgan, and Mike are super helpful, and they'll happily help you out too. So Ruth, are we feeling Ruth? I mean, that could be our stealth. That's what we're good at. All right, Ruth it is. Ooh, I think I need to turn the music back on. We need our background music, don't we? Yeah, it died. Creepy background music. Okay, to attempt. Ooh, charm, persuader, fast talk. In time, May returns to the kitchen and busies herself clearing up. To speak to Ruth, you will need to get May to leave for a short while. You help with the dishes and try to think of some ruse. In time, an idea comes to you, and you ask about Silas and his friends in the village. May narrows her eyes. Oh, Silas. A bus driver took us here, and we broke down, and then Silas said come back in the morning, and he was gone. So that's who Silas is. May narrows her eyes. She's Irish. He knows Troy on the other side of the town, she says. Not sure I'd call them friends, more like old feuding couple. But he probably spent last night at Troy's place. Oh, okay. You ask May if she could visit Troy and ask if Silas mentioned any plans to return. May looks dubious. Right now, she asks. Okay. Without looking at your investigator sheet, okay, decide how best to influence her. Charm, persuade, or fast talk. I mean, we know fast talk is our... we all know fast talk is our jam, so we're going to go with fast talk, right? Because charm I did succeed at, which was a 25, but I feel like our fast talk's like a 50. So yeah, fast talk. We're going to fast talk our way through this thing. That's how I've gotten through most of my life. Rush into compliance. There you go. Bring you back to this page. Fast talk is 40. Okay. Oh, it was our weakest of our stats. So, also another thing, our new lovely friend joining us. I roll bad, so yeah. Oh no, I failed. God dang it! I suck at rolling. And that's the fun about these games. All right, whoppity wop. If you fail, May frowns and shakes her head. Oh no, I'll be happy to see him in the morning. I must see to Ruth now. She's been a terrible handful today. Her bedroom door closes with a heavy clunk. But... all right, here we go. Oh, this sounds scary. The familiar surroundings of your guest room are becoming constrictive. The neat bed, the small wardrobe and dressing mirror had the feel of a prison cell about them. What are you still doing here in Emberhead? Your new life is elsewhere. Yeah, because Arkham's just a great place. You lie on the bed and stare at the small crack in the ceiling. I go mad! You turn over the day's events, thinking of the little details you've spotted. You are certainly wary from the elevation and the fresh air. But do you feel safe here? No. Okay. Do we let ourselves fall asleep, or do we stay awake? I feel like going to sleep is bad. I feel like if we stay awake, we're going to be like all dreary or something like that the next day and have disadvantage or something like that. I know, I thought I got that roll too, but I didn't. I thought it was a 20 as well. Meh. Don't think we could possibly sleep. I know, I wouldn't be sleeping at all, man. I'd be waking up at dawn and like just walking. If they don't have any vehicles, they ain't catching me. Yeah, so are we sleeping or are we staying awake? We are probably wired after all that flirting with Winters. Man. Get out of bed and walk. Yeah, I know. So staying awake, that seems to be what we're doing. And it's not tomorrow night, the thingy, right? I don't think. Awake. All right, let's go. Sleep. Wait, did I do the right one? Sleep presses down on it. Okay, I was supposed to say, what? I thought it shows the other one. Sleep presses down on you. You blink it back and sit up, trying to think of your situation. Everything in Emberhead seems to be working to stop you leaving. Perhaps the answer is to strike out at first light, to walk as far and as fast as you can. You can always return for your possessions, and if you lose them, you have nothing so precious that could not be replaced. I don't know. A tiny creak draws your attention to the other side of the room. Slowly, almost silently, the doorknob is turning. Ooh, boy. To grab it and wrench the door open, pretend to be asleep. Everyone's very excited about pretending to be asleep. 254 seems to be the winner, and I think that is where we're going. 254. You slide onto the bed and lie on your side, eyes closed. The hinges... There is a long pause. A footfall sounds inside the room, then another. The steps are careful and feminine. You give it a moment, then open one eye a crack. May crouches with her back to you. She is fiddling with something in the fireplace. We can confront her or wait and see what happens. Is she putting something on there to like knock us out or something? So anyway, do we confront her or wait and see what happens? Oh, May. 266 says Barry, which is wait and see what happens. Maybe she just light in the fire to keep us warm. I mean, that could be it. Wait. Okay. Wait and see what happens is the answer. After another few moments, May glances round at you. Then you hear the soft scratch of a match being lit. She applies it to something in the grate and tiptoes from the room. Once you hear her bedroom door, you creep to the grate. A small mound of black powder, no bigger than a thimble, is burning there. It gives off heady fumes. You may make a hard science botany roll. Dude, we don't have that. We would have like a 1% chance at that, I think. Can't even find it. Yeah, 1% chance. Otherwise, you may extinguish the powder and sleep. Why the hell would we do that? Or stay awake through the night. or you may relax and breathe the fumes out of curiosity. So, botany, which just isn't going to happen. Or extinguish the powder and sleep. Stay awake. Or relax and breathe it in. Yeah, don't breathe in the flames, right? The hell? And sleep. Go to 58. Or stay awake through the night. Go to 52. Not 52. Why you don't want to stay awake through the night, Barry? So, extinguishing the powder and going to sleep is 58. I think extinguishing the powder and staying awake is 52. Or breathing it in is 26. So you want to go to sleep, Barry. Okay, it looks like everybody's feeling 52 then. Well, at least Mike is feeling. Mike and Barry are both good with 52. 58. Ooh, boy. What's our I think the wording is confusing me a little bit, but it looks like 58 and 52 both extinguish it, and then you can extinguish it and sleep, or extinguish it and sleep and stay through the night. Those seem to be the two are two options here that we're leaning towards, as opposed to curiously huffing thimblefuls of black powder. Ah, says Barry. I think that's what it's saying. There's some semicolons in there, and there's colons and semicolons, and it's a little confusing. Can we still leave at first light if we sleep? Right? Get a good night's sleep and then go. That's what I'm down for. What are we feeling here? It looks like 58 or 52. I don't think 52 is extinguished. You don't? Oh, it's just go to sleep. Like, not huff it in, but like... Okay. Otherwise, you may extinguish the powder and sleep. Go to 58. Or stay awake through the night. Oh, okay. You may be right. Sorry. Or you may relax and breathe the fumes out of curiosity. 58 might be the safest. Yeah. At first, I was leaning 52, but now I'm leaning 58. All right. I think it is 58. How could you possibly sleep, though? You awaken to the sound of feet in the street outside. I'm thinking of like Groundhog's Day. I've got you, babe. Your night's rest has brought new determination. Today, you will meet Emberhead on your own terms. We have not been wounded. Let's go to 64. You meet it on our own terms, meaning we leave. The Ledbetter kitchen is empty, although bread and eggs have been laid out for your breakfast. There is a note from May explaining that she has taken Ruth out for a few hours. If you were involved in the fight in the village last night and want to investigate... What? No. The hell? I see the end. That's not us, but there is an end right up above us. You make a quiet circuit of the village, pausing in unobtrusive places to watch the villagers. I thought we were leaving. It is rather busy for this time in the morning. Yawning locals stream back and forward along the roads, carrying bundles of split logs to the site of what you've heard referred to as the beacon. You see two figures already up in its superstructure arranging the wood. The festival bonfire will be most impressive, especially when you're the kindling. But do you intend to stay to see it? No. You suspect by now that something is amiss here. Yes. While the villagers are distracted, you may do some illicit investigation, or you may simply leave town without looking back. So, search May Ledbetter's bedroom. Ooh, that's kind of fun. Go alone to the village hall. Take a closer look at the artisan's courtyard. Spy on the activity at the beacon. Slip down the east road and flee for good. Oh, look, Morgan, 777. I'm going to leave, 7. So hard push for Morgan to get out of here, which is what we would probably do in real life. What is his name? Willard von Orman is the name of our character. We decided he's a little nebbishy little German guy. I want 83. What's 83? Search. You want to search the bedroom. Okay. So we got to search the bedroom and we got to get out of town. That's what we have currently. I get out of town and I search the bedroom. do a little Ed Gain thing and put on some clothing. So get out of town, search the bedroom. What's everyone else feeling here? I'm team GTFO. Those are my same. Those are my two preferred options as well. I think though, but just by the it looks like 7 wins because Morgan is into 7. Our new friend. What should I call you, new friend? And Mike is 7, and Barry is 7 or 83. So there are kind of like 3 7s and 2 83s. So we will do 7, which I would like to see what's in that bedroom. That probably go bad. Casper, hi Casper. Casper, like Casper or like Caspar. So let's slip down the east road and flee for good. Oh boy, here we go. As you approach the southern road that to Caspar? As you approach the southern road that descends to the lower ridge, you see 4 villagers blocking the route. With farm tools and clubs, you veer off and head towards the west road. Your heart sinks as you see exactly the same scene at the other exit from the village. You are trapped. To try to talk your way past one of the guard groups, to try to slip past in disguise, which I almost remember we were joking about disguise. So we know that we do have fast talk. Our fast talk is 40%, and our disguise is like 5%. Yeah, Morgan said that too. We need to disguise it. Oh, we do have stealth. Just try to slip past in disguise, but yeah, we do need disguise as a cultist. You're right. So our disguise stat, which is what I'm assuming we would use, is 5. And our fast talking is 40. But I'm happy to do whatever. Oh, and then it says to try to slip past in disguise, go to 125. Or do you know another way to leave the village? Maybe we missed something earlier. Put on the eyebrows and plastic nose glasses. Exactly. I mean, how in the world would we not be able to talk our way out of this regardless of our skill? I don't know. Anyway, so what are we Barry likes trying to talk our way through. We do have a dusty. We also bought a knife. We are armed with a knife. We are very little. I like the idea since we are skilled in fast talk. So Barry's into talking our way past one of the guard groups. It's not even a guard; it is a guard group. So it may be like a hard or extreme challenge. It may be a difficult one. We can fit in the lighter too. Barry's all about that action. I know. He's playing a warlock in Baldur's Gate 3, so he's just like he's a blasty kind of guy. So I mean, I'm a mage. I just fireball everything, so I can't talk. So we got it looks like, what are we doing? Spamming Eldritch Blast like one does, exactly. So what in this situation, on the other hand, what are we feeling? Talking or disguise? Because it says, or do you know another way to leave the village? But I don't think we do. We haven't looked enough in the surrounding area to know a way out necessarily. But how are we all feeling here? Talk. Okay, we got 1 talk. Is stealth better than fast talk? We don't know if we have stealth. It may just be disguise, but we have... Our stealth is 50. Stealth is 50, fast talk is 40. But we don't know if we can use stealth. Because it says disguise. But then it says, do you know another way? Which there may be some information we didn't get. Or maybe we do try to sneak, like just try to sneak out, which sounds good too. But we don't have that option at the time. So what are we, what are we feeling? Do I need to make a poll? Do I need to sit you guys down and make a poll? I'll make a poll. Oh, Morgan's fast talk. Make a poll. Let's see here. Start a poll. Fast talk. Fast talk or sneak. Oh, are we all, are we looking at fast talk? I just put a poll up just in case, but did it look like it's fast talk? Everybody, you got your little poll. Vote on the poll. Fast talk has already gotten 1 vote. How are we looking here? Oh, I can't see until I end it. It doesn't tell me when I've gotten all my votes. I just see that it's people have voted, but I can't tell every single vote. And then I just hit end, and then I hope everybody's voted. So I'm going to hope everyone voted. 3, 2, 1, skadoosh. Okay, we've all voted. How did you guys see that and I didn't? And I ended it. Where's the result? There it is. Ooh, okay. Fast talk. Okay, thank you. We're hoping it's fast talk. Let's see. Watch it not be fast talk. Oh my god, it's an extreme fast talk. That's going to be tough. That's like a 10%, I think. The southern group appears less sharp than the western group. I think that's a dig at southerners. You stride up to them and explain they are needed at the beacon. They look dubious. You offer to watch the road for them and hold out your hand for a pitchfork. Ooh, we could use that. Nah, you come with us, says the first one. His ape-like brow bends into a frown. Make an extreme fast talk. Okay. This is, here we go. Our extreme fast talk is an 8%. Oh, butts. It's possible. Hit. I got 8 times that amount. Does that mean anything? Craps. These locals are not as stupid as you think. They grab you and march you back to the center of town. The fading light from a narrow window tells you afternoon is giving way to evening. This day went by fast. Your hands are shackled behind your back, so you cannot even lay down on the rough-hewn bed. I said rough-hewn bed because that is a Poe phrase from a previous game book. A woman you have not seen before comes in. Oh, good. Her face is wrinkled and her eyes dull. They do not meet yours, but she puts a cup to your lips. To accept the drink or not. Oh, boy. Things are getting real now. Yeah, so Morgan's a big old no on the drink. We may not have a choice, but yeah. Man. And is the festival tonight or tomorrow night? I can't remember that either. So we got a no from Morgan. Okay, it's tomorrow night. All right, so what do you guys got? No drink. Okay. Yep, no drink. 2's rejected. Go to 113. No, thank you. You turn your face, and when she tries again, you dash the cup from her hands using the side of your head. Blap! The clear liquid spills across the room. The woman gives a half shrug and turns to leave. You shout after her, but she gives you no erection. I almost said no, she gives you no erection. She gives you no reaction. You soon become thirsty. Okay. As light fades outside, your little prison becomes dark. You can hear much activity around the building. Occasionally, an orange glow passes the window. The only comfortable position in the shackles seems to be to sit against the end of the bed with your arms hanging beside you. You need to concentrate and come up with a plan. There's clearly no escape from your bonds. You do not know exactly what your captors want from you, but you cannot ignore the fact that they have spent the entire day constructing a massive bonfire. The door scrapes, wrenching you back into the moment. Orange light spills into the house from blazing torches held at the threshold. 2 large villagers step in and grab you. At least you assume they're villagers. They wear heavy black cloaks, and their faces and hands are painted entirely black, save only for a red triangle centered on their left eye. You try to drag your legs, but they reach under your arms and lift you bodily from the bed. Outside, it seems that the whole village has congregated to see you. Every single one has blackened face with a red triangle motif. Torches sputter and spill fire. You struggle, but you can see physical resistance is hopeless. You are marched to the central street and turned to face the beacon. Did they just lie about when this festival was and it's actually tonight? The procession down, oh no. The procession down the approach is slow and formal, save when you sense weakness and yank at your captors. A chill touches you when you see 3 human shapes carried ahead of you, draped in red cloth. The beacon looms larger and larger, its dreadful silhouette a black triangle pointing to the stars. A low drone begins among the cloaked figures. Unbidden, the word mourners comes to mind. Smoke from their torches makes you cough. You feel heat on your face. As you reach the cleared area around the beacon, 3 dancers break from the pack. Young girls swinging balls of fire in spectacular arcs, drawing circles in the night. One by one, they draw close to you and touch your forehead with sooty fingers. Each kisses you 3 times on the left cheek, the right cheek, then the forehead. Then they whisper in your ear. The smell of kerosene fills your nostrils. Make an appearance roll? All right. I don't know why, but okay. I guess I can... I was about to say, I could just roll this and not spin you guys back and forth, but here we go. It is... our appearance is 50. I don't know what the point of this is. Hey, I made it. Could have used that earlier. I don't know what good this is possibly going to do, but sure, we got it. Get you guys on the right page. Through your sacrifice, the village will be reborn, says the first dancer. Cool. You pass from earth to air for all of our sakes, says the second. I've weakened the chains, says the third. Don't try to escape until the flames are high enough to hide you. I find your appearance very stimulating. You stare at the third dancer. Oh, yay! In the linky visage, you clearly discerned the frightened features of Ruth Ledbetter. Thank you, Ruth. Their dance weaves off and disappears behind the buildings. Go to 18. So she said to, like, stand our ground, right? As you arrive, the chat's saying we're quite alluring to the young ladies. And there's not many people in this town. As you arrive beneath the beacon, 10 villagers close in on you, working with surprising coordination. They immobilize you and lift you up to the blackened iron stairs to the raised platform. You cannot help but shiver at the sight of the central framework, twisted from past blazes, in what you can now clearly see to be fastened points for chain. I think I read that poorly. In what you can now clearly see to be fastening points for a chain. None of the eyes meet yours as they lash you to the metal. The village sings now, something rhythmic and ancient, carved from odd syllables. A second group ascends to the beacon, carrying the 3 red-draped bodies. With reverence, they arrange their burdens in a triangle around your feet. Then they withdraw, leaving you alone with the dead shin-deep in a sea of kindling. It seems the entire village is gathered around the beacon to watch you burn. Behind the face paint, you recognize May Ledbetter. And yes, that is Silas, the coach driver, standing at her side. The audacity and scale of the deception staggers you. Does it? Yeah, but we knew. A man steps up on a dais and raises his hands with quiet authority. The frame, Winters, of his spectacles obscures the red triangle on his face. So we draw here together again on this night, as we do each year, and we give thanks to the one who will preserve the village against the fire of the void. You will be taken by the ones from above in our stead. Your death will bring life to our streets and bounty to our fields. It will safeguard our children and our elders alike for another year. We salute you. He bows his head. All around the beacon, bearers step forward and lift their torches to the edge of the raised platform. A ring of tiny flames flicker up around the perimeter. As they wink, the singing of the villagers drops into an unearthly rhythm. To throw all your remaining strength against the bonds, go to 44. Wait and see what happens, go to 40. See if there's anything else, that's it. I feel like we have to wait, right? I mean, we know what's going to happen. We're going to, it's going to be lit. But, Ruth said, hold on a second, bro. We weren't told to wait until the flames were... Weren't we told to wait till the flames were higher? Yeah. Wait. So we got 2 waits. Yeah. It's got to be wait. Yep. Wait. The flames snake across the kindling, catching and rising. Smoke rises and becomes difficult to see the villagers. That's good. The 3 bodies surrounding you catch fire, blazing with sooty red flames. You begin to cough as the smoke enters your lungs. You fight down the urge to panic. If you have learned a strange chant and wish to try it, this is the moment. What the hell have we missed? We probably should have been snooping around some rooms. Okay, anyway. Or I could have rolled better and we could have gotten something. Otherwise, go to 65. Sorry. So let's go to 65. Flames lick at your legs. Your eyes water. You are shrouded in smoke. It might be imagination, but you think you can feel a slight give in the chains. You throw yourself against them. Oh no. Giving no thought how they bite into your wrists. Okay. Take 1d6 points of damage. If this reduces you to 0, you collapse and burn to death. That's fine, because we are full health. We have 11. We didn't get in the fight last night. I'm just going to roll it. I'm probably... Hey, I rolled a 1, because I roll low. So we have 10 health. That's fine. Otherwise, make a strength roll. Oh, but... Oh, our strength, it's 50. Okay. I will bring you back so we can see the strength check. All right, here we go. Okay. Oh my god! Oh, I suck so hard! Oh, shoot! Oh my gosh. I'm the worst. I am the absolute worst. That's a crit fail. Okay. Jesus. This is why, like I said, in the game I'm starting tomorrow, I want you all to roll. Jesus. I also make this joke, too, when I'm the DM. It's like, you guys are never going to die because it's me rolling the dice. Okay, we failed. God dang it. Shit, we're dead. The chains give a little more. You feel that you could overcome them if you only had a little more time. But as you feel the flesh of your legs char, the fire spreads up your jacket and licks at your face, and you know that you have run out of time. You have burned to death in the beacon. Why not try again? By making different choices, you may be able to escape or outwit the people of Emberhead. No, this was fitting with the way I was rolling. But anyway, that's it. That was fun. Thank you so much. We went 12 minutes over where I expected to go, but that's fine. Thank you so much, Caspar, or I think that's what you were saying when you said 2, like the second way. Thank you so much for joining. Tomorrow I'm going to be finishing the Poe at 6 o'clock Pacific, and then it's just a little bit, and then I'm going to start what the hell's it called? Broken Realms? I'm going to bring it up right now so I can say it properly, which is a really awesome. I've played through the first maybe 10 minutes of it. Legendary Kingdoms. It's like a fantasy-esque version of this where we control 4 characters. Oh, actually, I think it just kind of came up, didn't it? This. Are we in new book? I can't tell. There, I just put up. I'm gonna be starting this one tomorrow as well, and I need help picking the 4 characters, or 4 classes out of the 6. Thank you so much. This was super fun. There are many more of these. They are a little bit longer, so I do it in multiple sessions. But I have heard nothing but great things about Alone Against the Frost. Alone Against the Dark I've heard's okay, but there are some other ones. This was super cool for me. You're in the EU. It's 4 a.m. for you. Oh my God. Where are you at? Where are you at in the EU? I'm sorry about my my horrible Irish accent. That's awesome for you. That's awesome. Yeah, but thank you so much for hanging out. That's super cool. Hey, V Gates! You could have been Willard von Orman. Hi, welcome. I actually lived in Heidelberg for a bit. My father was in the military, so I'm a military brat. But I love your country. Guten Morgen, says Morgan. Yeah, thank you so much for joining. That is super cool. Yeah, well, join whenever you can, and thank you so much for supporting us, Caspar. That's amazing. And that makes sense, your last name with the Mon at the end. Cool. Thank you so much. Again, I will happy to put this up in our posts and like little polls of like what we want to play next. But I had a great time with this, and the other ones are going to be much more involved and more in depth. So, and weirder. This was kind of guiding us a little bit on rails. But thank you so much, and I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow night. And yeah, this was Chaosium's Alone Against the Flames for 7th edition Call of Cthulhu. And this is the awkward moment where I try to find out how to turn off the chat. There it is. Found it.